A sleepless night, a cold morning, shoes, check, gels, check, a quick bathroom break, and then the gun goes off. My heart is racing, but the first half is smooth. Then mile 18 hits, and my lungs are on fire and my legs are cramping. I wanted to quit, but something in me kept me going. I'm going to share the life lessons I learned through running 26.2 miles. For those of you who do run a lot, I want to remind you the why, and that it is so much more than just the personal records. And for those of you who may not know a lot about running, I want to share about how running is so much more than just exercise, and that it affects every area of our lives. I have trained for and run an entire marathon, and I continue to run almost every day to train for races. I also backed up my research with academic articles. Today, I'm going to discuss discipline over motivation, embracing discomfort, and mental strength. Discipline within marathon training is extremely important. Motivation alone wouldn't allow me to get out the door most days, especially in winter when it is extremely cold, there is wind, and you have to dress just right to be okay. It is awful sometimes. But discipline and showing up even when I don't want to in those really cold runs built a habit within me that I can take everywhere in my life. Motivation would not be able to do that. In a 2023 academic article titled Exploring the Formation of Exercise Habits with the Latent Growth Model, Lee and Yoon, the authors, write, "A repetitive context is important for habit formation, but as it is not sufficient, they also suggested that rewards, consistency, behavioral complexity, and cues were antecedent factors in habit formation." Because I was able to stay consistent and train even during the winter months when I least wanted to run, I was able to build discipline. Discipline that affects every area of my life for the better. We just talked about discipline, and now we will talk about embracing discomfort. Comfort is a quick and easy choice. It's so much easier to stay on the couch rather than go do my homework or go for a run. But it does not allow me to grow when it does not build personal success. Discomfort, while although not our first choice, does build growth and does help us with our self-confidence. Running is hard even outside of winter training. You breathe hard, you need to take a second sometimes, your feet may cramp. It's just an uncomfortable sport sometimes. But embracing this discomfort was able to build mental resilience. And that has been able to affect almost every area of my life. In a 2023 academic article titled Examining Mental Toughness Levels of Athletes, published in the Journal of Sports Science Research, Gumsdag, the author, concludes, studies show that experienced athletes have higher mental endurance than inexperienced athletes. And as a result, we can say that the increase in age and sports experience reflects positively on athletes in terms of self-confidence, staying comfortable in a competitive environment, and being able to act without being adversely affected by negative situations. See, embracing the discomfort of running taught me self-confidence. It taught me how to stay comfortable even in uncomfortable times. And it showed me how to act when negative things arise. We just talked about discomfort, and now we will talk about mental strength. Marathon training is a very physical activity, and to run a marathon, you need to be very strong. But mental strength also plays a huge role. This is Eliud Kipchoge. He is the first and only man to run a sub-2-hour marathon. He is extremely fit, very strong, but his mental strength is insane. He is able to endure 2 hours of grueling miles at an extremely fast pace. And in my own training, I saw this mental strength start to grow. And this mental strength plays a part in every area of my life. In a 2024 academic article titled The Effects of Mental Toughness on Athletic Performance, a systematic review and meta-analysis, which was published in the International Journal of Sports and Exercise Psychology. The authors explained that athletes with mental toughness are known for pushing through adversity with unwavering determination and perseverance. You see, when I was able to push through, I grew my mental endurance, my mental strength, and that was able to play a part in my academic life, in my career, and in my relationships. Running is so much more than just a physical activity. We talked about discipline over motivation, embracing discomfort, and mental strength. When I finished my marathon, the crowd was cheering. I got my medal. I had the best lunch ever, and I was happily exhausted. Not motivation and not comfort, but discipline, embracing the discomfort, and mental strength allowed me to run my first marathon. As Ricky Rogers once said, strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't.